Happy Monday, Kyle. It's so good to see you. How are you?
Happy Cyber Monday,
Oh,
Anne.
that's
So
right.
nice to see you. I know. Does it mean anything now that we're all trapped inside and doing all of our shopping virtually anyway? Does Cyber Monday even exist?
Oh, yeah. Well, does the calendar even exist anymore for that matter? Yeah. I have a busy day, so I'm not going to be Cyber Mondaying. How was your weekend? Tell me.
I played a lot of pickleball.
Very nice. Very nice.
Exactly. It is. We had the weather for it. That weather is over. And it was a lot of fun. How about yours?
It was interesting. Tom, wait a minute. Oh, wait, stop sharing. There we go. Tom cooked up a marvelous Thanksgiving meal. The kids were here except for Michael, who was in Des Moines. I have to show you today's, I don't think can you see that?
Oh, I can see it. Sure. You're pulling it to a side.
That's a picture of me and my sisters-in-law from several years ago when we did the turkey trot. And my brother gave me this fun mug. And so I had to drink out of it this morning. And then, okay, 2 things I need to share with you. Okay, you ready? Here's the first one.
Look at that.
Well,
it has dots on it.
I know. I don't know why there are dots on it. Anyway,
who cares?
Ignore the dots. The point is,
Tom
thought it would be wonderful to get one of those Serrano hams because his cousin did and said it was so good. Have you had Serrano hams when you're like a charcuterie plate or whatever? They're phenomenal, right? So we were so excited about this ham. We get this ham, we bring it home, we keep it for a week, and then we're like, okay, it's time to cut the ham. So that was occurring this weekend. It was the biggest non-event. It was terrible.
Why?
So, it just, I don't know. We couldn't cut it thinly enough.
So, I was going to say that ham would last you for 10 years. That's a lot of ham, especially if you cut it right.
Under COVID, right?
Oh my God, that's a lot of ham.
I know. It was a great experience. We'll say.
Okay.
So then the other thing this weekend was we decorated the tree.
Well done.
Hazel and Baxter are in front of the tree, and they're waiting for their breakfast this morning. I just took this morning. So, but it's a skinny tree now that we're in a condo and we've downsized. But most of our favorite ornaments fit on it. So it was
beautiful.
A nice and busy weekend. So that was it.
How soon before the dogs knock it over?
They don't.
Really if you had a cat, every morning you wake up and that thing would be tipped over.
Is that right?
Yeah, we don't. My household does not have a tree for that very reason.
Oh goodness! Well, you could do one of those hanging from the ceiling trees.
Yes, and then wake up to find a cat in the tree screaming. Yeah,
I love it. Oh shoot! You ready to start the show?
I am. Let's go.
All right. Good morning. My name's Anne Rossley. I'm here with Kyle Harvey. It's Monday Morning Coffee with Kyle and Ann, where we talk about what's happening in Chicago real estate. This morning, we're going to talk about, should I buy or sell during the holiday season? And our answer is yes, you should. And we're going to tell you why. Good morning, Kyle.
Good morning, Anne. Well, there are a lot of great reasons to buy and sell in the holiday season. One.
Oh, you want to talk about it now, or you want to talk market stats? I can do either.
You know what? Let's talk market stats.
Okay.
That'll lead us to why it makes sense to buy and sell.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Okay. So here we go. Sharing my window, and bear with me because I remember now to
pull our names off.
Pull our names off. Exactly right. And now there.
Yay. Go. Okay.
All right. Now I'm ready. Okay. Chicago housing market. Today, I'm going to talk about the market in general in our market area, but I'm also going to talk about Avondale, which is the sweet
way up there
here, which is like the hot place and has been the hot place in 2020 as people price-wise, you can buy a home in Avondale for just a bit more than a condo in Lincoln Park. And so we're seeing a tremendous amount of people go in that direction. So
just north of Logan Square and south of Irving Park area. Now I can see your pointer. Yep, point up.
You could see before. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I could, right there.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So now I want to talk first the general market area. And you see this graph every week when you watch our show. This is the ups and downs of the monthly homes for sale. And always, this is December right here. Now, we've had a little weird, our market was very busy in the summer as we came out of the COVID shelter in place order. And this is September and this is October, and we haven't seen November or December's downward slope yet. So just how low it's going to go in November or December, we're not sure. But, you know, you and I both know people are already taking their properties off the market. So we're going to see this come down.
How far down? We don't know. Yep.
We don't know.
It probably won't look like years past, only because there's so many more properties on the market. So it probably won't dip as low. Good.
Right. But it's going to go lower and there won't be as many for sale.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So this is single family homes. The previous one had both condos and single families. Mm-hmm. And this is Avondale down here, which has like 22 homes versus the 601 up here. But again, you see, it's not the same up and down of other years, but we're going to be coming down. We're already here. Mm-hmm. And I bet you we'll be in this vicinity pretty soon. Of course, go ahead.
Let me ask you this. I wonder if it's going to dip so low for single families, because usually why people in the holidays November, December, take their properties off is they want to not have to show it during the holiday season. They don't want to have a show. But I wonder, with demand being still relatively high, whether people will say, for God's sakes, let's keep showing it because we do want to sell. So I don't know how much it's going to dip. Yeah.
You're exactly right. Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. This is the closed sales, and the closed sales is dropping a bit. Avondale's still strong.
Yeah.
Median sales price, we're still high in the primary market on our median sales price, which is encouraging. Now, as we look at Avondale, when you've only got between 7 and 25 sales a month, you're going to see this erratic jump. It doesn't say much. You really need to look more at a 3 to 6 month rolling to get a sense of where it's going. But I would say it's stable. Yeah. And you're in the, 567 is the median price there in Avondale versus the average home in our market area is $875. Obviously higher in Lincoln Park, Old Town, where we work primarily. Okay. Average price per square foot I thought was interesting. For a single family home in the marketplace, it's $315 per square foot. In the Avondale, it's $244 per square foot. So again, great savings there. And the other thing I just wanted to bring up is Chicago is different than your suburban or nationwide markets in that we don't have typical basements. We typically have English basements, and they're oftentimes—
Tell them what that means. Tell them what an English means.
Half above and half below grade. You typically, in a Chicago home, will walk up to your first floor, and then you'll have a basement that's half above grade and half below grade. But we call those lower levels, and they're mostly counted in square foot when we market the property. If it's totally below grade as a basement, you can't count it as square foot. But if it's in the square footage, in the square footage. But so it's common to have a single family home that's like $1.5 million, $1.8 million, and it'll have 5,000 square feet because it's got 1,400 square feet on the lower level that's finished, heated, right? So when you're looking at that $315 per square foot, think if you've got 5,000 square feet, you're looking at $1.5 million for a house.
At least, yeah.
Yeah. Depending on where, but yeah.
And depending on finishes and absolutely.
Right. So I just wanted to point that out as people are thinking about prices on homes and so forth. Okay, month supply, which is always my last slide here. Month supply for our market in general. Now, again, single family home only, 4.2. So it's a seller's market. Look at Avondale, 2.4 months only. Those things are selling off the shelf.
Well, and there's so little available. Yeah.
They just
22. Yeah.
Sell,
Exactly.
sell.
Yeah.
So that's the story, Morning Glory. And I am going to stop sharing. There we go.
Very interesting. Now, Avondale's got a lot of people who are also looking to invest. A lot of people who are buying and then trying to resell. It's a happening neighborhood.
It's a very happening neighborhood.
Yeah, very cool, very cool. So anyway, we were starting to talk about why you would, and those stats are a really good launching point for it. Why you might continue to sell as a seller over the holidays.
Right.
And so let's just throw out some really time-proven reasons. One is the people who are looking to buy are serious. They have to move. They have to go someplace. They need a home. Mm-hmm. So you're going to get fewer looky-loos because a lot of people who are, just sort of trying to get a sense of what's on the market are busy doing other things. So the people who come and who make appointments are looking to buy.
Right.
Another is because so many people go off the market, or like some of my clients go on the private network, and we're going to talk a little bit about that later. It seems like there are fewer homes for sale. So the people who have to buy will look at your place.
Right. Less competition means you're the one they're looking at. And if they have to buy, there are fewer to choose from, and yours will shine.
And third, believe it or not, when you decorate your home for the holidays, and I know you want that to be a private time, I completely get it. But imagine how charming that is for a potential buyer. That you come into a home that looks like a home, and they can project themselves decorating in a similar way or making it a home for their holidays.
Right.
So very often, even though you don't want to have to clean up because you've made it feel really homey, at the same time, it's really appealing often to buyers. So think about it like that.
Well, you know what I think about too, always. When we were young and our friends had their apartments, you'd have the typical flat in Chicago, right? That would have the bay window. And that's in Chicago where the Christmas tree goes. Mm-hmm. And when you drive down a Chicago street, you see Christmas tree in these windows. And when you show property, I often hear buyers say, oh, that's where the tree will go. Right.
Right.
So, my Jewish friends don't mind if they see a Christmas tree up. They get it. That's totally fine. Now, don't you agree, Kyle, though? There is a way that you go over the top too.
Yeah. Yes, a little too many lights, a little too much outdoor decoration, a little too over the top. If you're selling, only if you're selling, just, tone it down a little bit. I completely agree.
Right. Well, you don't want to be super duper like Grandin Road, with all the foofy stuff. And you don't want to be plastic Santa, right?
Yeah. Right.
And here's the other thing. Wintertime and holidays can show flaws pretty easily, so you have to be careful. Example number 1, stringing lights. If you don't have an outlet close and you see a big long thing, it shows that you don't have enough electrical outlets. So you be careful of that, right? And as much as I like lights, to your point, Kyle, who wants to see a luxury or a property that everybody say it's not luxury, but everybody aspires to a high-end looking property, even if it's not $1 million. You buy a $400,000 condo, you want it to be sweet, beautiful, right? Okay, you don't want to see what we had in college, which was the string of lights where you just have a string, right? Don't do just a string of lights. Do ribbon or do better yet, greenery with the lights to hide those strings. Okay, now I may sound picky, but don't you think that's important?
Absolutely.
Right?
And
go ahead.
I was going to say, work with your broker to just get it right, because there's a balance, and so just let us help you get it right for this year if you choose to sell, because buyers will find it appealing.
Exactly right. And here's yes, you're exactly right. And don't be offended when we tell you, because again, this is not about how you celebrate. This is about how to make it appeal to the most people, right? So the other thing is, winter tends to draw attention to lack of coat closet space and lack of space for your boots. And when I know we don't have snow on the ground yet, but I'm just pointing this out as we get into December, is
yes,
you've got to have a solution that works that the next buyer will see. Otherwise, they're going to say, oh, this doesn't work. In the summertime, they don't notice that the coat closet is on the other side of the room, but they sure will in the wintertime if you don't deal with it. A bunch of boots piled by the front door do not work. Okay, that's enough of my pontificating. Okay.
But also to that point, I have a coat for every 5 degrees difference in temperature because I'm crazy. Let's be honest. If you're a Chicagoan, you have a coat.
Okay, I just have to ask you, guess, how many coats do you have?
Okay, that's so mean, because then I'm going to have to tell these people.
Well, I'll tell you how many my husband has.
I probably have in active rotation. Rotation, 10.
Okay, Tom has 30.
Okay, he beats me.
He beats you.
But that's a lot.
I get in Chicago, absolutely.
In active rotation.
Yeah, you got rain.
More. Yeah. Yes, but in active rotation, because it changes, and sometimes I'll wear 3 or 4 different ones a day because I realize when I go out, oh, it's getting cooler. Yes. Oh, it's getting warmer.
Yeah, I wasn't doing that. 10 is not ridiculous. 10 is a good number, but it's not ridiculous. 30, I adore my husband.
30 is ridiculous. I'm not counting the jackets. I'm counting coats.
Coats, okay.
The jackets.
Not a good number then there, sister. I totally get it. This is Chicago, right? No.
So, but the point is, in the coat closet for the home that you have, when you're selling, have 3, maybe 3 per person if it's a couple. If it's a whole family, have 1.5 per person, and you negotiate what else, and put the other one somewhere else, because otherwise people are like, well, there's not enough room for my coats in here. Right. Absolutely. For my 30 coats.
I'm fighting for coats, for closet space. Oh, dude. All right.
We just alluded to another thing that people do, and we look at, the stats that you show and the big drop off, because I don't think those stats count the private network.
Exactly right. They do not count the private network.
And there are, on the MLS, our multiple listing service, there is a section of the MLS called the private network. And the private network is only visible to brokers. It is not visible on Zillow. It's not visible on Redfin. It's not visible on HomeSnap. It is not publicly available. It is only available to brokers who subscribe to the multiple listing service in our listing area.
Right.
And a lot of sellers feel that they don't want to have a lot of they want to sell, but they don't want to have a lot of showings over the holidays, and they don't want to have to clean up at a moment's notice. They would like a little bit of culling and a little bit of sorting that we brokers can do to make sure that only really interested buyers come through. Right. So we shift our listings, and I've started to see this, from the public network to the private network. And I have a listing in Lincoln Park where I did that over the weekend. But what I did so I canceled my listing, but before I canceled the listing, the public listing, I put in the broker's notes, again, only visible to brokers, we've gone on the private network. Because when I log in, I always look and I say, oh, shoot, that one canceled. But I'll look at the broker's notes to see, go to the private network.
Right.
So, and still, even because you guys can't see canceled listing, I don't think, can they see canceled listings? I don't think they can.
Not on a listing feed, no.
Okay. So but brokers can see canceled listings. And if I'm working for you and we're looking to find a house, I'll look for canceled listings to see, and then I'll call the broker. Are you canceled or are you canceled for the holidays? If they're not on the private network too. So that way we continue to hunt down properties that might be appealing to you when we're working for buyers. So I thought we'd show you what happens, what these listings look like. They don't look like normal listings on the private network. There's less information, and because they want to discourage people from leaving things on the private network. So I'm going to show you now, if you wouldn't mind sharing my screen. I'm going to show you now what the private network looks like. So this is my screen looking at the private listings, and I'm showing you, I'm just decided I did a change up the near north side. And there are
looking at our MLS system from the back end.
It is the back end, and it is the entire single family homes and condos for all within the near north side market area, which is the Gold Coast, Streeterville, River North. Yeah. All of those are in here, and there are 175. And we're going to see as we get closer to the holidays that number will rise, and then it will decrease as we get close to the holidays. But here is where they are, and I'm just going to pull up. Let's just see what I can pull up. Something that I'm looking for a friend. Let's do Caroline Drucker's. So she's got a listing at 270 East Pearson. So look, it's got so much less of the information. Ooh, it's a nice expensive one, $3 million. But it'll have all of the pictures that she would have on her. Can you see that? Mm-hmm. Can you see the pictures that she would have on her? Or can you only see it if I do it over here?
Yeah, do it there.
Okay, so you can see she has all of the pictures that would be on the public listing, but because it's getting close to the holidays, or it is the holidays, she's put it on the private network. So that gives you a sense. So what Anne and I will do is we'll try and put in a search to try and find what you need or are looking for here in the private network during the holiday season. So you can.
So essentially what Kyle's saying is we encourage you to be on the market, to be in the MLS. But if you need to take a break, or because of COVID, even if you want to wait for the next couple weeks until we see where we're going with the shelter in place or till things die down. By the way, I have not had, I've worked with showings all through since March. I've not had a single episode of COVID that I've received or that I'm aware of has been.
It doesn't come through us. It does not come through that.
Right. We mask up, we show safely the whole bit. But yeah, if somebody in your house is like under the weather, you want to go off temporarily and go to the private network, that is an option. It's what we're saying. This is how it works. We're saying don't cancel because of the weirdness of the year. Don't use that as your excuse to not sell. If you want to sell, this is one of the options we have available to us. Kyle has shown you how it works. It works brilliantly.
And also, I'm sure Anne does this, but I do this certainly. I have automatic searches. As you'll see on my right, I'm circling. And one of the automatic searches is 808 privates. So I get, every time something pops up on the near north side of the private network, I get a notice of it. So Anne and I and all good brokers stay on top of what's happening on the private network so that we can let our buyers know. So now I'm giving it, yeah, there we go.
Okay. So now I'm going to show you one other option that we use, and that is called the Top Agent Network. The Top Agent Network is a group of, oh, that's not what I wanted to share with you. Hold on. Bear with me. Share screen.
I hear water in the background.
Yes. We have that going. Application window. Here we go. Okay. You see that now?
I sure can.
Okay. So the Top Agent Network is a group of about 2,000 agents in the greater Chicago area. This is the top, they sell the most, and they have this private network among themselves where they broadcast properties. So currently there are 560 properties on this Top Agent Network. I don't know what quiet means. And there are 11 that have sold or rented off of this in the last 90 days. So I wanted to show you, this is how they come to us. So it's for sale.
Do you think that 560 means broadcast ones on the MLS and 23 means ones that are private?
No, it's
Okay.
560 that are currently broadcast, that have not expired. And you can be on this network if you're not yet on the MLS, if you're never going to be on the MLS. Okay. So this is not designed to replace the private network. This is designed for coming soon, or somebody who's thinking of selling that doesn't want to go on the MLS ever. Okay. And then in that case, they could be on both. But in this case, this is a broadcast property that's going to be on the MLS December 1st, and we're getting a heads up. So it says coming soon, and this is what we get, good details. Will they show it prior to going on the MLS? Yes. Will they accept offers prior to the MLS? Yes. So here's another one. This is our friend and colleague, Peter Moore, put this on. It's going on today. This is in Avondale, and he's pushing the price on this, but it's a 5-bedroom, 4-bath, cute single family.
It looks like a wide lot too.
Yeah, isn't that? And it's really cute inside.
Yeah.
If we have time, I'll show you pictures. Okay. Then the other thing that we can do with the Top Agent Network that's a little bit different than the private listing network is we can say what our client needs. So in this case, somebody said, I have a pre-approved buyer looking for a single family or a townhouse under 500 in Wicker Park, Bucktown, Logan, blah, blah, blah. And then they give details. So if I have a client that I know is thinking about selling or has toyed with the idea of selling, I'll see this and I'll say, oh, I'm going to call Jane Doe and I'm going to ask her if she's thought about selling, because there's somebody who happens to be in the market for a property like this. So that's what Top Agent Network is.
Cool.
All right. So
we
want to share a property that's off the market right now?
I do. I saw this property come up when I got an announcement of things on the and the 808 private notification, just like I told you about. Right. And I thought this was fan-flippin-tastic. It's so cute. We're not going to comment on the price because I think the price may be a smidge high, but here we go. Let's just see. So let's stop screen, share screen. Hold on. Here we go. Share. Can you see this now?
Yes,
okay. So this is a hidden gem. So this one is 1300 North Astor Street, 28A. And it's a half floor on the penthouse 11 of a Bertrand Goldberg building. Bertrand Goldberg designed, among other things, Marina City. So he was active in the 60s and 70s of just really iconic buildings.
Can I just tell you something? I miss the metal shutters.
I do too. But they were so freaking weird that I think they had to take them off.
You want to explain that to our viewers?
Every single window had these big metallic shutters that you could open and close.
On the exterior.
It's a glass box. Yeah, on the exterior. And so it just looked like this really weird building. Anyway.
They were great though.
They were great. So this is the asking price is $1.2 million, and the assessment is just over $2,000 a month. Taxes are a very low $11,000 for the space and the price.
Right, that's just 1% of asking. That's a good value on the taxes.
That's a good. Well, we'll see if it changes over time. But look at that. The exposures, south, west, and east. That's a lot of sunlight. These people probably wish they had those shutters back.
You're right.
So there's some amenities, not a ton. This is not a high amenity building. Okay, I'm going to go over here.
You know what I wish I had? Oh, that's beautiful. I wish I had a picture of the old kitchens in that place too, because there were pink kitchens with pink, like really cool refrigerators. Oh my gosh.
And I've seen some that have that. Okay. So one of the things I'm going to show you at the end, a floor plan, but I'm just going to circle. I don't know if you can see now, there are a number of movable walls that are genius design. So over here by the kitchen, do you see these 3 panels? These 3 panels, do you see my cursor going up and down?
I do not.
Okay, I see my cursor going up and down.
Oh, I see it now. Yeah.
Okay, but those 3 panels close off the kitchen if you have perhaps a caterer or decide that it's too smelly. My kitchen. So you can close off the kitchen or leave it open. So look how bathed in sunlight it is. My God.
That's the first thought I had is, oh my God.
View. I'm sorry.
Holy
that's
smokes.
The view from your living room, dining room, kitchen.
That's ridiculous. Wow.
There's the view from your kitchen. I'm so sorry. That's miserable.
I love that.
Look how pretty that kitchen is.
Yeah.
Oh, and you see the tracks across the top for where those where those doors close. So, okay, glorious. Hi, this is my bedroom view.
Oh my gosh. That's fabulous.
Hi, this is my bathroom. Right off the bedroom. And wait, there all those are pocket doors you see to the right.
How many square feet did you say this was?
I don't think this is a lot of square feet. So then this is the second bedroom. And you see, I've put them side by side so you can see it open, sort of like an extra library den, or close with that barn door, wall door, the sliding wall panel you can see here. So this is the place. Now it's not huge. It's just 2 one-bedrooms combined.
Okay.
But boy, is that glorious. You're paying for the views, you're paying for the design, because this is very well designed, and not much else.
And you can't see it on the MLS.
You can't see it on the MLS. I thought that was so beautiful.
That's very
cool. That's what I got.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. We were talking about selling during the holidays, and the answer is yes, sell during the holidays. And Kyle Harvey and Anne Rossley are saying, see you later. Have a great week, and we'll see you next Monday. Take care.
Bye.